Jess from SparkBC. Thanks for joining us for our latest hot topic. We have three of our fantastic team members with us today. We have Don Ballard out on the island. How's it going, Don?
Hey.
And Pat. We've got
Thank
Ted
you.
Gilbert from the interior. How's it going,
Hi,
Ted?
Aaron.
Nice to see you. And we've got Dave Chevalier from Chilliwack. How's it going, Dave?
Good, Aaron. How about you?
Not too bad. It's my favorite time of the year. I cannot resist the cherry blossoms, and I'm feeling the draw to the golf course. So very excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah, so today what are we talking about? We had a lot of comments on our last hot topic video, so we wanted to do sort of a follow-up on this.
Phone is ringing off the hook.
Absolutely. So what are we going to take on today?
Well, today we have some pictures of an overhead installation that, well, I don't really want to describe it. I think we should throw it up, and our viewers will really enjoy the pictures, and we can talk about who's responsible for it.
All right. Let me get that going for you guys. All right. So what are we looking at, Dave?
Well, what we're looking at there is a leaning pole covered in ivy on somebody's property that is a serious hazard. So if that pole was owned by the utility, then all of that ivy wouldn't be on it, and the utility probably would have changed it a long time ago. And it's easy to figure out generally who owns the pole, because if it's got a gain mark 12 feet from the butt, a notch cut into the pole, that's the minimum requirement. And otherwise it might have a tag on it from the utility or a stamping telling you the class of pole. But in this case, it would be, I'm pretty sure, clearly a private pole. The owner is responsible for it. And I think we have another picture there.
A follow-up on Dave's thing about the tag. It might be a small lead or aluminum stamp that they've stamped into the pole. And if it was a BC Hydro pole, it usually stamped BC HPA for BC Hydro Power Authority. It might be, the newer ones would be a yellow tag, but this pole is probably 50 years old and was likely installed by the owners at one time. The only thing holding this pole up is that lean-to that you can see right there. And this is not only an electrical shock hazard and maybe a fire hazard, but this is a definite hazard, period. If that brace lets go and that thing's coming down, that would easily kill somebody in the backyard, a kid or something like that. So, you know, we bring these up so that the electricians don't get asked awkward questions if that should happen. Dave.
Let's have
Well, thanks, Ted. The issue, of course, besides all of the safety, is loss of power to possibly to others on that street from the line collapsing and shorting out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Aaron, can you show us the next picture? Like someone, you know, like this lovely pole was apparently covered in ivy at one time, so it's been around a long time. I'm thinking when I look at those Insulink connections there, that this is definitely a privately owned pole, because that's probably where Hydro connected their line coming down from the top to the line that goes into the house. So this would be the point of what they call demarcation, where Hydro would say, nope, we only own up to those Insulinks, and it's the owner's responsibility to look after and replace this pole. And this pole is so bad, and it's been leaning so much that it's created a real hazard at the house end. Maybe Aaron, you can show us the next photo. Like this pole has leaned so much and stretched that triplex away from the house that it broke off the Emily knob, and the owner, I would assume, has tied it onto the house with that nylon rope there. There's an Emily knob stuck in there somewhere, I think. And it stretched those service conductors to the point where they're, guitar string tight against the bottom side of that aluminum gutter, some of them. So fire hazard, shock hazard.
So ultimately, whose responsibility is it, Ted, to fix that? Is it the power company?
No, this is a privately owned pole, and this is absolutely the responsibility of the owner. So if you're an owner out there and you've got an installation like this, you are definitely liable for any damages that should occur to your own family. What if the neighbor's kids are in the backyard playing? And what Dave talked about earlier about if this line does go over and short out and it takes out the hydro transformer, and your neighbor next door loses their whole freezer full of beef, I am not a lawyer, but I'm thinking you're going to have some hard questions to answer.
You're going to have a mad neighbor, if nothing else.
Yeah. What else can you guys see in this picture that would raise some red flags as to how old it is?
What do you think, Don, back there between the door and the window?
It looks like a panel to me, main breaker, probably fused in a panel there. And maybe it was acceptable at one time in history, but not anymore. So especially they go to repair this, there's going to be probably a little more work having to be done. And of course, the electrical code is still in effect, even with the overhead line that comes in, right? Still requires that electrical equipment be maintained in proper condition or disconnected. As our topic last week we talked about, same goes for this installation. So you betcha, this the owner's responsible for this. Code requires that it be corrected, and they better get on this puppy toot sweet.
Yeah. Aaron, do we still have that snippet from the code from last week available? Maybe not.
Oh,
there we are.
There it is.
So just to refresh our viewers' memories, there's specific code rules that say that this operating electrical equipment shall be kept in a safe and proper working condition, and further requires in several equipment, and this is clearly defective equipment, that it either be put in good order or permanently disconnected. So a safety officer out there would have no problem in writing an order to have this fixed, probably within a week at the most. If you fail to do that, they would likely issue a monetary penalty and proceed with some kind of disconnection order. So
right on.
Just passing this on to everybody out there. If you got an installation like this, you're liable from several points of view on this. Thanks very much, Aaron, for hosting us again today. We love doing this for you and passing on this information and experience that we have in the past.
Absolutely. It's invaluable having you guys come on here. I know we've had lots of feedback from people that are very excited to hear from you all, and we're glad to keep doing it. So thanks for coming today. Thanks to all of you that are watching this hot topic, and can't wait to get more of them out to you in the coming week. So thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Bye now.
Bye now.
Bye.
Next time.